Welcome to Live an Example. This is episode 2. My name is Sharon Lemwells. I'm so glad you're here, to be honest. If I tell you I know what I'm doing, I'll be liar. I'm so scared. But I mean, in this, my fear, I shall continue my obedience. I shall continue. I shall not stop. Today, I'm going to be talking about debunking the truths I knew. Debunking the truths I knew. And last episode, I talked about my Jonah moment, how that happened and what it has led me to, and I'm here. And mostly, I just want to talk about how, most Christians who grew up in the church, who grew up, Christian, all the buzzwords and everything, the scriptures, what to do, where to be, where you shouldn't be. Because that was how my life was, the pastor's kid. That was the life I was living. But at some point I started to question everything. Is God self? Do I really believe in him? What is he all about? But he showed me true and true that he is true. He showed me that he is real. He proved to me that he is God. And so I had no place to doubt him, even though, there was a place where I stumbled, which was my Jonah moment. And it just brings me to notice that most times we think we know God, but we do not experience him for ourselves personally. We don't have that personal relationship. We don't seek to build, fellowship with him. But one has to come to a place where they grow up, and I think that's what's happening to me now. I'm growing up, and I thought obedience means comfort to that, me being in obedience, that things were going to go smoothly, everything was going to go fine, that kind of life that if you're in obedience, if you're doing what God has told you to do now, you're going to church, you're the religious way of living a Christian life, everything was going to work out. But that wasn't the case, that wasn't the case. Storms came, I faced challenges, I was confused. Confusion hit me like a storm. And it's so wild because, as I said, I know what I'm supposed to be doing, isn't it? And it put me in this state of, I don't want to say confusion, but I started to just question everything. And maybe that's why my focus shifted. That's why my focus shifted on seeking things that I shouldn't even be seeking instead of staying on the right path. And also, I thought purpose was performance, saying the right things, like how we quote this scripture back to back, the pastor way, or, living strictly to scriptures. But at the end of the day, I'm human, isn't it? Blood flows through the skin. I'm not a robot. As much as I try to emulate the life of Jesus and walk through his path, I'm still human. I'm still Sharon. I would have my temptations. I would have things that I will come across and face daily, isn't it? So I thought that, it was living a certain way of life and not being at certain places at the time and not doing this and not doing that. That was what kept me in obedience to him. But it was all a performance. I was putting a burden on myself that God did not even put on me. You can imagine. And these are the truths I had to debunk and face reality. Follow me as I debunk the truths that I've always known. This is Live an Example. My name is Sharon Lemwells again. See you in the next episode.